Hi everyone, this is Ralf Scheepers and you're watching Morow.com. Keep doing it.
Tease everyone, never thought much of from pride.
Well, actually, I came out of the 80s, the new wave of British heavy metal. Bands like Scorpions, Accept. Scorpions is not British, but it's all at the same time. Accept is also not British, it's German, but bands like Iron Maiden, Saxon and Judas Priest, they were really influencing my musical way in a certain way. Yeah. Very important phases for me. I mean, we've been recording first-time records with Tyrant Pace, and it was very good experiences in working in those studios where we had the tape machines, those 24 track machines, and those were the baby steps of learning how to produce albums and to record albums. And I'm very grateful and I'm pleased that I had the opportunity to do this with both bands, with Tyrant Pace and with Gamma Ray. With Gamma Ray it was even one step further when we were composing together in studios and working together with Kai and production-wise in recording the vocals and stuff. So I was pretty much learning a lot. And also the playing live, of course. I mean, going out there and play the world the first time in Japan, the first time all over Europe, was a very big experience for me and helped me a lot to build up on it. Yeah, I mean, I've collected many songs over the years. I mean, I've always been a composer of those mellow acoustic songs with my guitar at home. That's the way I compose. And of course, I also have an e-guitar at home, but electric guitar. But I'm not such a good shredder like my fellow musicians like Magnus and Alex, you know. So I just do the acoustic stuff all the time. When it comes to play demos, I also play the e-guitar, but I let to do Magnus and Alex do the main job then. So over the years I had many songs together, and some of them were also in the pool of a maybe Primal Fear album, but we have a very democratical way in choosing songs in Primal Fear, so we have sometimes pools of 20 songs, and some of them don't make it on an album, which doesn't mean that those songs are not good. So we always keep those songs as a treasure, and those songs are on the hard disk. So, and some of them are now on my album. But for my album, we didn't want to do a ballad-only album, so we said, as a teamwork, we said, let's just also compose some heavy metal songs around it, because Ralf Scheepers is not just a ballad guy, he's also a metal singer, and Scheepers is a great statement for metal, so let's do some metal songs, and that's what we also did. So the writing team with Magnus, Alex Byron, and also Sander Gummans from X After Forever helped me a lot to make this record sounding like it sounds right now, and I'm very happy with it. You know, sometimes when you have playbacks, it's very easy to find melodies and lyrics to it. For instance, those songs from Sander Gummans were really, in German we call it Elfmeter. It's like a penalty. It's just you just get the playback and have a melody and lyrics immediately. And that's what happened on those songs. And yeah, and like I said before, many ideas over the years on my own. Sometimes I just have verses, pre-choruses, and send them then to Magnus or to Mad, and we make together in a team then the whole song out of it. That's the way how we work. It's a long period. I mean, as I said, the first tones were recorded in my Cubase Cubase era 10 years ago already. But of course, I recorded those tracks new because I have a better microphone now and a better system with Pro Tools and compressors and stuff. So we can really say it's about 3 years we've been recording the songs, but. The drum recordings were actually happening last summer, autumn, in Sweden at a buddy of ours and Ronnie Melavin's studio, and Snowy Shaw was playing the drums, and I'm really happy he did the job, because he's a great multi-talent. And Then all other instruments were recorded in different studios. This project was somehow built together in different home recording studios, because everybody has a good system right now at home from our fellow musicians. And in the end, it was just the main job was consolidating all those files from the different musicians. Tim was singing in America. He did a great job at the studio there. I was receiving his files and put it together like we wanted it in Remission of Sin. And all different parts are recorded for Magnus Records in Sweden. Matt is recording the bass at home. And Sander Gommans has a studio at home. So we basically swapped the WAV files and put it together to one server. And consolidate everything in one session. That's how you can do such things like the solo project. But as a band, we still prefer to come together in one studio, of course, and sit together and in one room and compose songs together. That we don't lose this kind of band vibe and the band feeling. It's better for a band to compose together. Of course, you always have this certain way of finding melodies and songs at home. But it's, as a band feeling, it's better to do this together as a team.
I'm riding the storm, I'm defeating the beast. I would rather prefer to be dead.
Very simple on one hand. All those guys had to do with me in the history. All my friends over the years, we got to know each other in the business. I mean, Kai Hansen is a fellow musician from Gamma Ray time, and we still have a good time. He's a great friend, and he's always been a great person, friend-wise, and also, of course, a great musician in Gamma Ray. All those problems we had were sorted out pretty early when I was gone from Gamma Ray. We're grown-up people, can speak about everything, so it was pretty okay. And since that time, we're still good friends. And all the other musicians I got to know over the years in the music business. I mean, Mike Klaciak from the Halford Band, we got to know him on the road, and he came to the studio also playing on a Primal Fear album, so we became friends. I got to know Tim Ripper-Owens 5-6 years ago on a festival in Spain. We were talking about his time in Judas Priest, and of course we will talk about my possible time in Judas Priest and whatever. And we were exchanging experiences like, you know, vocals. What can we do to keep our vocals keep going and stuff? You know, like it's like just like colleagues speaking to each other. And basically, that's how you come together in the business when you meet on the road, and when you come along with each other pretty good, so you become friends. So I just asked them if they want to take part in my solo album, and they were happy to do it, and I'm also happy and grateful that they did it. Just a collection of songs with concluded stories, and the stories are pretty much out of my experience, my personal experiences, and combined with Hollywood and science fiction and whatever you want to talk about. You know, you have, first of all, you have melodies in your head, and then you create the lyrics all around the melodies, and sometimes you just invent stories. And as a songwriter, you're somehow also a book writer.
We are city, all those millions who bleed.
Especially for the French fans, I'm very sorry about those cancelled shows we had last tour, but it was not our problem. It was our problem, but it was not our fault. We were touring, and we got to know that the shows in France are cancelled, and we were very sad about that. It was maybe a problem of the promoter, whatever, I'm not really aware of it. But I'm pretty sure we'll come back and kick some serious ass in those halls, like maybe LSE Montmartre or whatever. And we're looking forward to rock France again. It's always been a great pleasure for us to come here, and the fans are really fabulous.
No one can say your donations in vain. See the side turning into a grave.